Kiara is with us in Montgomery, Alabama. Hi, Kiara. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Okay, so I'm calling in to get advice on buying a house. I was wondering if it is smarter for me and my husband to rent a house or to buy one. And I just want to tell you a little bit of my situation before you give me advice. So we're 24 years old. He just graduated in December from college, and he has $45,000 in student loan debt, and I have $14,000. Mm-hmm. And what happened was we were living rent-free in a house that my grandmother left my mom and my auntie. Mm-hmm. And we were living in that house for 2 years. We got married in college, so that was the only way we were able to get married. Mm-hmm. Was a free house. Anyway, we had a baby. I was on bed rest for a couple months, and we only have just enough money for closing costs on buying this house. But anyway, I'm sorry, I left out a huge part. So my auntie, she is now in a hard place, and suddenly she's asked if we could, move out so she could live in the house because she's homeless. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't have money to save. We didn't have time to save up to, prepare for that. So I was just trying to get your advice on it.
Mm-hmm. You need to rent. You're broke.
Yeah.
You have student loan debt coming out your ears, and you need to rent until you get that cleaned up, and rent the cheapest possible thing. What's your household income?
Like 60.
And that's both of you now have your big boy, big girl jobs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the issue is to rent so this house.
No, the issue is you're broke. You don't need to be buying a house.
Yeah.
You're going to make a mistake. Buying a house when you're broke and deeply in debt, the house is going to be a curse rather than a blessing. I want you to own a home. I don't want the home to own you. And so you guys need to clean up your student loan debt, live in something as cheap as you can possibly live, and clean up all of your debts. Be debt-free, build your emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of expenses, and then save a good, strong down payment and start talking about buying a house. And don't buy a house where the payment is more than a fourth of your take-home pay on a 15-year fixed. But you got 2 years before you're ready to buy a house right now.
Okay.
And that's okay.
But let me just say one more thing.
Okay.
Because I just wanted complete clarity. So, so to find together, I did your 35%. You know how you said you should spend 35% of what you know more than that on living expenses? So together, 35% is did I say that right?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But, so to rent, when you look at the area we live in, to rent a place to stay in a decent area is at least $750. And this house note is $500.
You're not buying a house, honey.
Okay.
You're broke.
Okay.
Okay. And you can't rent. If you're buying a house for $550, the exact same house would rent for more, because that's how real estate works. But that doesn't mean you need to buy a house right now. You are deeply in debt, and you have a mess. And you guys need to clean up your mess and buy a house from a solid position. So, no, I would not do that. Your auntie needs you to move. You need to go get you a little apartment somewhere, and you guys need to do this on a solid footing. You're going to mess up if you don't listen to me. This is going to come back and bite you in the butt, kiddo. But I'm not sure I won this discussion, but that's okay if I didn't. It's your decision. You're 24 years old. You get to make decisions. But you called and asked my opinion, and I was not unclear. I've done this a long, long time. I want you to own a house. I want you to be blessed with home ownership as a part of your wealth building plan and as a safety mechanism and a stability mechanism for your family. I want all of those things for you. I do not want that house to be a curse to you. When broke people buy houses, it makes them broker. That's why we call them mortgage brokers. That's where that comes from. Not really, but it's a good joke.